Hi, I'm Elaine. Welcome to my blog .stampwithelaine.com and welcome to the final episode 6 of 6 in my 2019 Countdown to Halloween series. I'm really sad because there was so much more ideas buzzing in my head for Halloween projects. Now this is what I came up with, and we are using the Spooktacular Bash stamp set and the ornate dies which go with it. So frames are fancy frames, so you can use it for other stamp sets as well. It's not confined just to the Halloween one. This is the project we're making today, and out of an A4 sheet you can get, I think you can get two. This is cut at 8 1/4, which is the width of an A4 sheet, by 5 3/4 inches. You need scraps of Whisper White to stamp the label on and a scrap of basic black to die cut the label. The inks we're using are Tuxedo Memento Black and Granny Apple Green. Also using stamping blends, the Granny Apple Green combo, grey granite light I think it is, and the basic black light and the dark red. Let's begin with a bit of colouring. So I'm going to put my silicone mat down to protect my work surface and stamp the potion bottles in Tuxedo Black Memento ink, and I'll have to fussy cut these. So I'm colouring the frog with the Granny Apple Green combo, the spider with the light basic black and the dark red, and the bones in the light granite. So I'm just going to speed this up. I'll need to fussy cut this, so I'll do that off camera to save time. Now I'm going to ink up the sentiment in Tuxedo Black Memento ink, so I can set that aside to die cut as well. There are my coloured fussy cut pieces. I'm going to put that away somewhere safe so I can use them later. Bring in my scoreboard, and alongside at the top I'm going to score at 3 inches, 4 inches, 7 inches and 8 inches. In metric that's 7.6, 10.2, 17.8 and 20.3 centimeters. Rotate my cardstock 90 degrees with the 1/4 inch score line at the top, partially score down to this score line here at the bottom. So we want to score at 3/4 inches down to this score line, and then 1 3/4 inches down to this score line, and then at 4 3/4 all the way down. So in metric on a trimmer that would be with the 0.6 centimeter score line at the top, you score at 1.9 centimeters, 4.4 centimeters partially score down to this score line here, and then all the way down from 12.1 centimeters. So we want to cut away this little rectangle here. You've got your narrow score line on the right, depends whether you left or right handed. Then you want to cut straight up on these tabs, make a V shape on the smaller tab, straight up to that first score line, and then just notch it on the small tab. Bring in your Granny Apple Green ink. You don't want to stamp on there. Oh, and also you need to make a mark. You want to make a mark on these narrow panels here. This is 1 inch, so you want to mark it at the 1/2 inch mark. This is 1 inch, and you mark it at the 1/2 inch mark. Okay, and then just score score down to that corner here in that square and do the same on the other side. So basically you're scoring a little triangle. Now we can do our stamping. Then burnish all my score lines. Bring in my magnetic platform and my scrap of basic black paper and die cut this frame and also the top cutting plate, and I'm ready to run it through the Big Shot. So I'll do that off camera. So now I'm going to adhere the label directly onto the cardstock. Bring back my jars. I'll pop the middle one on first and then I can position the others. Did you spot the mistake? I went and put the double-sided tape on the underside of the box instead of the top. So I had to take it all off. Anyway, I've corrected it now, so peel that off. And join the sides together. So that's where the join is, so that's the front of your box. So apply adhesive on the flaps. And fold that back. Grab a bone folder and stick it down. And then stick the front down. Just going to pinch the sides, like here, and just tilt that forward a little bit. Then pinch it together. Grab a crocodile, if you have one, and then punch 2 holes so you can thread your ribbon through. So cut off about 6 inches and thread from the front on the right side and then from the back to the front on the left side. Tie a knot, or the beginnings of a knot. Punch a little hole with the retired punch. Cut off about 6 inches of the linen thread. Fold it in half. Pinch it and loop it so that you can thread it through the tiny hole. Grab the end, poke it through the loop and pull it tight, and tie a knot and pull it make it large enough to thread the ribbon through. So say about 1 inch. If it's longer it doesn't matter because then it can hang down. And loop it through the ribbon. That's the original. Maybe I've been too generous with the ribbon there, so I might as well trim it. You'll find the links to the supplies below this video in the Show More section. Join me again next week for something different. I think we'll be doing something on autumn. I hope you've enjoyed this series. Thanks for joining me and for supporting me. If you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe. You'll find the links to the products below this video in the Show More section. You can find me on my blog at blog.stampwithelaine.com or on Facebook, Pinterest or Instagram. Thanks for watching. Bye.